Well, U.S. President Donald Trump says he will be announcing tariffs on steel and aluminum today. Sean Cowan joins us now with more on how this could impact Hamilton's steel industry. Sean.
Annette, Trump made the announcement yesterday saying 25% tariffs coming to steel and aluminum starting today. Now, we did hear last week that there would be a pause, so we'll have to wait and see how this all pans out today. We also heard last week that the president and CEO of Cleveland Cliffs, which recently acquired Stelco, he said that tariffs would be good for that company. So while Ford was campaigning over the weekend, I asked Doug Ford what his comments were and what he thought about the president and CEO of Cleveland Cliffs saying that tariffs would be good for that company. Here's what he had to say.
I've spoken, and maybe he's giving me a different message. Tariffs aren't good. They aren't good for the steel industry. They aren't good for the aluminum industry. They aren't good for anything. And he owns Stelco here in Ontario, and I just left Dofasco right now. These are people, hard-working, blue-collar factory workers working in a steel facility that they've worked there, their parents have worked there, their grandparents have worked there. It's a very strong community, and I'll do everything we can to protect the steel. On top of it, any government contracts, we should be using Canadian steel, Ontario steel in particular. So that's what we're going to make sure we enforce moving forward. If we can't get it in Ontario, we'll go across the country. And if we can't get it across the country, then by all means, let's get it somewhere. But make sure Ontario and Canada comes first.
And we are also hearing from the president and CEO of the Canadian Steel Producers Association. She says, "We are deeply concerned that U.S. President Donald Trump is again threatening more tariffs on Canada, this time directly targeting the steel and aluminum sectors. While the details remain unclear, we will analyze the president's order once it is released and have more to say at that time." So we were hearing last week that there would be a 30-day pause on tariffs, but it looks like last night President Donald Trump did change his mind. So we'll have to see how this all pans out today. CHCH News will be following this throughout the day, and we'll have more tonight on the evening news at 6.